Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. It's time to talk about swimming with Dan Albano. Dan, the season is a couple weeks old, and you know this time of year it's always a lot of relays going on, which kind of let us know about trends that are probably going to be coming up for the season. So what sort of trends have we seen from the relays thus far?
Well, relay meets are exciting. A great way to start the season. The biggest relay meet of the early part of the season is always the Milliken Southern Section Relay, Steve. And we're coming off a great boys relays, which was won by Capo Valley. So the trend there was, you know, Capo Valley is number one in Orange County for a reason. They won their second straight Capo relay title at Milliken and did it in some pretty impressive fashion. Really like the 400 freestyle, one of the last events of the evening. Spencer Goodman, senior going to Harvard, had a great 46 flat anchor and got a lot of support from his teammates, Lucas Norman, Scott Burback. We had one of the Redondo brothers, I think it was Logan Redondo, was on that relay, and they went 3:09, set a record. But there were some nice, interesting trends that came out of the boys' meet, Steve. Corona Del Mar, total legit team, looked really good. They had a DQ that dropped them out of the top three. I think they were fourth. But they did very well without two of their very good swimmers who were at Junior Nationals in Orlando. But and Michael Kim has been a big, John Kim has been a big topic of conversation. Almost transferred to Capo Valley, number one team, but is back at CDM, so they're very strong. And Loyola looked really good, Steve, on the boys' side. They broke a record in the sprint freestyle relay at the Milliken Relays. In the 300-yard freestyle, they broke a record from 1986 by Corona Del Mar. That was the oldest.
That's an old record.
Oldest boys record. So that was a pretty hollowed record down there.
How do you almost transfer?
Well, the transfer, as I talked to CIF, was not complete. He was at Capo Valley
Only
for
his
a brief
books went to school, but he stayed
time
at the other school. His car was parked over there, but he stayed at the other school.
The transfer was not complete, is what
see.
CIF said. So he is.
Okay.
He is back at Corona Del Mar and swimming fast.
Let's finish up. Dan, tell us what the big events that are coming up on the schedule in the next week or so.
Well, this week we got the girls' Southern Section relays, and that's going to be our first real battle of the year. And it's a great, really growing rivalry between Edison girls swimming, number one ranked team in the county, and University, number two ranked team in the county. And they're going to hook up just like they did last year. University did prevail last year at these relays.
Right.
Edison had a costly DQ, but that's going to be a big battle this coming Saturday, 6 o'clock finals at Belmont Plaza. And I expect those are the two teams that are going to really go after some records and those team titles. You got to watch out for Modern Day as well. I don't know if they really factor in the team race, but they'll be a player for some of those relay titles. They set the breaststroke record in prelims on Tuesday. Very good time, anchored by Melissa Bates going to Cal.
Yeah.
And I think Elisa Nogel, I've been watching Elisa Nogel girls, seen both their dual meets. Melanie Claren, transfer from Modern Day, is off to a great start. And they have Rihanna Vaughn and some other very good swimmers, so I think they'll be a player down there. And I think the girls, there's 4 records that were set during the boys' finals. I'm sure I would expect that many, or maybe even a 5th that could be set on Saturday night. So it's going to be very fast. And it's pretty exciting to me, too, Steve, is that the boys on last week, there's new rules on the swimsuits. All the guys are swimming super fast with, pretty much wearing their Speedos, their briefs, and it's a great sign that their suits have changed, but the kids are working hard and getting very fast. And the other thing to watch this weekend will be the Mission Viejo Invitational on Saturday. That's an all-day affair at the Marguerite Recreational Center down in Mission Viejo. Fountain Valley girls are a new addition down there, and Cynthia Facella, UCLA-bound senior, is coming off a very fast Tuesday over at Newport Harbor. Two automatic All-American times.
Maybe those single-piece suits were just psychological, huh?
Some of that is definitely the case sometimes, but there is some science, proven science behind those high-tech suits.
Good
but it was a very impressive showing by the boys, and I'm sure the girls will be very fast.
Well, that's what's going on in swimming. Dan Albano just mentioned about 40 kids' names in a small amount of time. You can keep up with everything that's going on, boys and girls swimming, at OCVarsity.com. Dan Albano's got videos there and the blogs going on all the time at OCVarsity.com. We've got you covered.